turned it on. So now, if I'm looking at each one, I'm about the same size, okay? Now, the way this looks darker because I got the lens hood on. So if I turn it off or take it off, I should brighten up. And there is a lens hood on here too. I don't know if I can, yeah, I can do that. Do I brighten up? I don't think so. Okay, but I did brighten it up here. I am in focus, hopefully. It's now getting brighter. For some reason, as I got closer, it brightened up. And same thing with here. And if I go back, so I've been noticing on these cameras, if you get close and then you step back, you lighten up. If I'm far back, it's dark, but once I come up, and I look bigger on the Sony, okay? That's the only thing with the active stabilization. This is the boost without the electronic stabilization. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn off this one, and I'm just going to walk around with the Panasonic right now. And they're both 35 millimeter, okay? But with the extra stuff, I'm thinking I'm like a 1.1 crop. This might be a 1.2. But anyway, I'm going to turn off the Sony and walk around with a stabilization on the S9 just to show you the difference. Okay, here we go. Now, if you see me looking over to the side, I just want to make sure, because with 20 millimeters, I have no problem. So I ordered a Sigma 20 millimeter for this camera, and I just want to make sure. Yeah, I'm at 2.8. Okay. I just want to make it apples to apples. So I'm going to walk in the sun. And I'm just going around in a circle. So you see, 35 fills up the whole screen. 20 millimeter is what I recommend. 18 is okay if there's no barrel distortion. But with 35 millimeter on up, you kind of fill up the whole screen. But you can still see behind me to see if everything is normal. Now I'm on a track. I think it did rain, or they had the sprinklers on or something. But it's wet. I'm just walking around. And I'm just doing one camera at a time to make it fair. And what I'm going to do is I'll take off the Rode Wireless Go and put it on the Sony for my trip around. Because this way then you can tell the difference between onboard mic compared to the Rode Wireless Go. I'll say this, the Sony just sounds better than this built-in mic in the camera. So what do you think? All right, so that's the end of this walking. I forgot to show you, I got a crop zoom on this camera. So I don't know if, see, this is focus. Yeah, I'm not going to do it. But this is a crop zoom. Go in here, go in the sun. Do I look any bigger? I don't think so. It has a different feature where I don't know if it's the same thing as what the Sonys have. You know, where you can walk around and it looks like someone is following you. So anyway, this is so much for the crop zoom. Okay, take it back. I just saw the menu. So I'm going to lower it. And now I'm going to raise it. I don't know if it's doing it. I'm trying to raise it. Oh, I think it works on only zoom lenses. So much for this video part. I'll just take it out. Okay, I just turned on the digital stabilization on standard. So you do see a crop. And I do have the arm extended out. I do have it on a tripod. So I'm walking around. Look to see how stable it is on the behind me. Let me do the fence on the house. See? The problem is I couldn't see myself on the screen because my reflection cropped it all of a sudden. So that the sun is playing tricks. I'm about halfway. I'm going to now turn it all the way. Okay, you can see a bigger crop, I think. And I'm hoping it's, yeah, it's recording. So, what do you think? So the secret is they make you bigger. They block out the screen, but it helps if you have a wide field view lens. That's why I need the 20mm to really work on it. I looked at the 18mm from Panasonic. It's big, but the 20mm is smaller from Sigma, so I'm going to use that. It's the I series. It's the same thing as the 35, 45, 65, 90, and I think 90 is the smallest. But anyway, this is with me walking around. Now I'm going to go to the Sony. What I forgot to do is I got it on high. It's just the E-stabilization, the digital. It's not the IBIS. IBIS is turned off. So with Canon, if you turn one feature off, it completely turns off. You can't do a lens. You can't do an IBIS stabilization. So anyway, this is the digital part. Okay. So, what do you think? And it's on high. I'm not going to do standard because digital is always worse than the regular IBIS. And I am shaking. So I just want to show you if there's any wobbly effect or anything like that. Okay, last test. No stabilization. I'm just walking around. You can see how bright it is. This will give you why you have the stabilization on. Everything's turned off. How do I look? Am I too shaky? Are you getting seasick or car sick from watching me moving around too much? Let me change hands. Okay, so I'm pretty impressed with the S9. No overheat warnings. I had it in my studio for 5 hours. Same thing with the Sony A7CR. No problems whatever, no overheating. A7CR was a little warm, but it was warmer than this one, which surprised me. But and it has the silver top. It doesn't have a black top to it. The reason why is I've been going to the Sony white cameras or like the silver top. for overheat, because I live in South Texas. It's going to be 90 again today. And here it is, almost at the end of October. And the leaves are still on the tree. So anyway, this will finally be the last test on this camera. Now I'm going to go to the Sony.